Guys, what is going on? Hope you're having a great day. I know that my morning was filled with quite a bit of anxiety leading up to Coach Prime's press conference and big news to talk about with his health update, having his liver removed, having a cancerous tumor inside his liver, and now has a regrowing a new liver, right? Creating a new liver out of his small intestine. It's amazing where medical science is. But guys, today I'm just going to give you my thoughts. I got some tweets to share, just that ones that I just really appreciated. And yeah, I don't really know where this one is going, but we'll see. But anyways, we've all kind of wondered throughout the summer where Coach Prime has been. You figured something health related was going on, especially when he talked earlier in an interview about losing so much weight. I think he said today 25 pounds, lost 25 pounds, and he provided an update maybe a couple months ago on his health, but wasn't here for these big recruiting weekends. And so, that it's not totally like Coach Prime. Like, something serious is going on. And yeah, it turns out cancer. I guess with the CT scans that they've done more preventatively, they were able to detect this. And guys, this is why it's real important to, as you're aging, everybody to get your screenings done for cancer. And yeah, like all of us that are watching this, we've all lost somebody close to us due to cancer. And sometimes, those loved ones we've lost, by the time the cancer has been diagnosed, it's stage 4. Sometimes it's too late. And that's why it's very important to get screened regularly. And I love that Coach Prime brought awareness to this. I'm relieved. Um, Again, I was just so nervous. I didn't think if he was stepping away, he would have showed up to the Big 12 press conference, a couple weeks ago, and was just full of life and energy, and went to go film a commercial, right, from what I remember afterwards in LA. So yeah, like I didn't think he would be stepping down or stepping away, but you wondered, what's going to be going on. He said now, hey, I might have a porta potty on the sideline because my whole life is changed and kind of how I operate. I got 8 toes, and now I got to be, using the bathroom completely different now. He said he had a catheter in him for a while. Um, just insane stuff. But how can you not be inspired by the resilience, the attitude, the graciousness he handles these tribulations with, right? An incredible attitude. And yeah, I wanted to share a few of these because, I thought that this was great. My friend Scobuffs, Matt H, saying Prime is such an incredible testament to faith, hard work, perseverance, and positivity. If you don't see it, that's on you. Yeah. I mean, there have been, some bad apples on Twitter, like there always are, some degenerates trying to unfairly criticize him. But I'm not spending my video on that. If you want to see some of my tweet responses, you can follow me on Twitter. But, I want to keep this about the main thing. And yeah, like it's crazy. Like, I've never met him, probably like a lot of you guys watching this video, but you can't help but just be inspired when he's talking about, going through the surgery and deciding to go through with the surgery. He didn't want to miss the season. It seems like he had some options of doing chemo and, but it could still come back later on in that liver. So just decided to, or not liver, bladder, and decided to fully, remove it. I mean, wow. And he did the same thing, with the toes. It's like, right, just amputate it, right? So yeah, sorry, this probably isn't my best video, but it's not really intended to be. I just want to say praise God, thank God, Coach Prime is okay. I'm really glad he's going to be able to do the things that he loves, and that involves being at CU and coaching his football team. And we get another year, another season to enjoy this. And again, guys, if you should not go back and watch my early videos when I started this channel, right, a few years ago. But One of the ways, or one of the reasons I started this channel, was because I wanted to make sure I was enjoying every day of Coach Prime's era here at CU. I was enjoying CU football. I was enjoying, again, it's still surreal to me that he is our football coach. It's crazy to me. And I'm using this channel, to kind of stay true to myself, keep that promise to myself of just enjoying every day, because you never know, um, how when these things can be cut short, how long things will last. Nothing lasts for forever. We're reminded about what a couple years ago, Mike Leach, suddenly passing away. It- it's crazy. It's sad stuff. And again, there are eras. Nothing lasts for forever. My hope is that Coach Prime will be here coaching for a really long time, which is great. But it's always important to just appreciate every day as it comes. And this is another reminder, not only to do it with the teams that you root for, but to do it in your own life as well. So I guess that's really all I had to say. I'll bring up a couple more of these tweets too that I thought were really great. Gucci quoting Coach Prime saying, "quote I got too much life in me to be thinking about death. Death. We got to win a darn championship. That's right. We got to win that Big 12 championship." Hey, Jalen Ellis saying, "Dude had cancer and said I'm built for this." Yeah, that's a dog. That's just a testament, man, to um, who he is. How can you not be inspired by listening to that press conference? And I'll link it in the description if you haven't seen it. Um, at underscore Ari Lee saying, Coach Prime's bladder and tumor were both removed, and his bladder was rebuilt with a portion of his own small intestine. He doesn't have a urostomy. Um, that's crazy. So I wonder exactly like how he's doing all that, but just shows, man, the trauma you put on the body to do something like this, and the fact that he's back coaching already, man, is just insanity. It's insane. It's awesome. Um, and I think being involved in things like this, doing things that you enjoy, being around people that lift you up, I think it helps you with these things as well. So yeah, like to me, it's just a no brainer that he's like, man, I need to coach. Like when you're given purpose, that can change so many things for you, right? And then I want to show this too. Ben Armendariz tweeting out here saying the CU bookstore already has Travis Hunter jerseys from the Jacksonville Jaguars in there. Shador Sanders coming soon. Love to see it. Maybe they can get Shiloh in there for the Bucks as well. So yeah, but just so thankful, so relieved. I really haven't talked much about this on the channel because I just haven't felt like it's my place to add, to any public worry or speculation. Um, I have said like I have been a little worried, that we haven't seen him, but knew that we'd be getting an update eventually, and this was the right way to do it. So, guys, I really do appreciate y'all. Gonna be back taking care and breaking down what I think of all the practices now and the well off videos. So we finally made it back. Congratulations to Nikhil Webb Walker as well. Don't know if I'll have time to do an individual video on him, but he is back as well from lymphoma, and definitely going to be one of the players I'm going to have an eye on for this fall camp. So um, hopefully this is a reminder to touch grass, have some empathy, and love every day. Right, guys? So take care. Go Buffs.